Yep, there you go. All right, Kennedy, Hara, head coach Chris Hanks, JJ Almeda joining us today. Coach, just kind of give us a quick recap of the non-conference series sweep of Rollins.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of fun playing Rollins. Great club, great coaching staff. Our guys played well. Happy with them, and we're ready to move on now.
Yeah, looking ahead to this weekend and really the rest of the year, maybe what's one of the big points of emphasis you're working on in practice? Is it cleaning up the defense? Is it refining the hitting? You know, what's maybe the point of emphasis?
Well, we want to pitch it and play great defense, first of all, and we want to be tough outs at the plate. It's really as simple as that we're stressing, emphasizing, and working on.
Kennedy, for you, defensively, you've been great all year, and offensively, looks like that's finally starting to come around a little bit for you. What's maybe the biggest change from the early part of the season to how you are now at the plate?
Yeah, since the beginning of the season, I've learned a lot about my swing and things to adjust on. And I think defensively, just keep getting better. And there's always something to improve on. So just keep getting better every day, every week.
And then, JJ, for you, you're part of a loaded pitching staff this year. It seems like it's a different guy closing every single night, and each guy comes in and really does a good job. Just talk about the bullpen and the group down there that you guys have this year.
We have a great group of guys. I think we've all prepared and trusted each other and believed in each other to pass the baton when every guy gets called on. It's always a new guy, and that's what's great about this program. We've got a lot of good guys that we trust and our coaches believe in, and just keep going out there and throwing the rock.
And Coach, you got MSU Denver this weekend. Looks like they're a pretty offensive team. What else do you know about them?
Well, I know they're offensive. They're in the national leaders in hitting, several categories in that. So that's something we're going to have to contend with. They'll compete real hard, and we expect a really tough series.
I'll say, Kennedy, did you feel like you had a target on your back as many times as you got hit last weekend and pretty much all year? It's not like you're a huge target, but it seems like people like to hit you.
Yeah.
You just kind of shake that off and take base.
I've honestly got hit a lot my whole life, so it's nothing new. I mean, I like getting hit, free base. So it's better than striking out.
Yeah, and JJ, you're the guy who you want the ball in the critical, situations. And has that kind of always been your mindset, or has it had to change as you became a closer?
I think just trusting my preparation and my work ethic, and the coaches believe in me, so why not believe in myself and want every situation, and just keep trusting the process. I know not everything's going to be perfect, but just continuing to go out there and work and just want every position to just stay ready, as coach says. When the game finds you, make sure it finds you ready.
He's heard that before, hasn't he?
A few times.
A couple times. Yeah, and the pitching staff, I know you gave some guys most of the starters kind of the week off, threw some in relief and looked at some other pitchers, just trying to figure out that travel squad that you're going to have to get it down to.
Yeah, some of it is building some guys' innings up. We wanted to see some guys in a starting role. I think it's good to change perspective sometimes from a starting role, work from the bench or the bullpen. I think it can reset some guys. I think it works for hitters too that might be struggling position players. But basically just still trying to develop the staff and really determine what we have and what the different options are, and get some starts on some guys so that if we do it later, it's not they've done it sort of thing.
Yeah, and your starting lineup has been pretty consistent all year.
Yeah.
Other than left field rotated a little bit, third base still you take the hot hand. But I know you said it's always tough to come up with a lineup because you're trying to get some guys innings, but guys have kind of risen to the top, and I know that's kind of what you like to see.
Yeah.
Kind of looking for that from the pitching staff now?
Yeah, we're looking to settle in and maybe find an order of a rotation. But as we get closer to postseason, it does become a matchup thing a little bit as well. I think some guys match up with different teams better. We do as a staff once we've scouted and we've looked at things. So some of that will still be determined. But we still have another week here where we can get innings on guys and work on some combinations and see which things work maybe better than others.
Kennedy, two 3-6-3 double plays, I think in one game last week. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but the fact that you guys with Stevenson and really whoever's at first base, the chemistry looks like it's really good, especially up the middle and with first base. Is that just something you just kind of knew was going to work?
Yeah, during practice, I mean, we have a great connection in the infield with all of our infielders, and something new this year we've been doing is turning that 3-6-3 double play in between innings, not just ground balls to the infielders. So I think that's really helped us too.
Yeah, and then you get an outfield double play, which is never a bad thing. And I mean, it just looks like this team was really crisp this week. You just kind of, especially that first game.
Yeah, they were, and I think the focus was really good. We're trying to be real focused, remain focused, get better at that, because that's a skill as well. Staying engaged, staying locked in, and I think all these guys can get better at that.
Fellas, you got a 4-game set coming up. One of those 4 games at Saplesio instead of at the Diamond. Obviously, some different dimensions there. Does that change your approach at the plate or maybe on the mound? Are there any pitches that you aren't going to throw? Worried about that short porch or anything like that?
From a pitching aspect, I think we're just going to continue with our approaches that we always do. I don't think it really matters. Just be convicted with your pitches and, throw them in good locations and not leave anything over the heart of the plate. And I think we'll be just fine as a staff.
From a hitting point of view, shouldn't change anything. Just trying to give tough at-bats, not trying to worry about the ballpark we play at.
Coach, it seems like this season you guys have really seen both sides of the coin where, you're putting up 31 runs to 0 and everybody on the bench gets a chance to go hit. But also you've had those gritty late game 1-run victories. How nice is it to see that your team kind of handle both sides of winning, of course, but in just different ways?
Well, it's like practice. You practice different things in practice. You practice 3-6-3 double plays. You practice 4-6-3 double plays. You have to win a variety of ways. You got to come from behind. You got to keep leads. You got to win late. You got to hold on to leads. So we've had an opportunity to do many of those things throughout the year, along with some extensive travel early. And I think this group, it's toughened them up.
Then Kennedy, for you, with some of those different third basemen, does it make it a bigger challenge for you of this guy maybe holds his glove in a slightly different way, so I have a different target, or is it kind of just all one glove that's going to try to get the out for you guys?
Different third basemen doesn't really matter. I think, like I said before, we have a great connection with everybody, and it really doesn't matter who's playing third base. I know that they're going to perform and do their job.
And then JJ, for you, it seems like everybody in those middle innings has played pretty well this year. How nice is it for you that you're able to go out there and these guys have to swing big because it could be their last 3 outs and they're down big? How nice is it that you have a little more freedom at the plate where these guys are trying to play hero ball?
I just trust my catcher. Declan does a really good job of calling games, as well as Coach Raj and Coach Skip. I know Coach Skip is always aligning our position guys in spots where we know those hitters are probably going to, hit the ball. And just going out there and just continuing to, throw my pitches in good parts of the zone, get weak contact, swings and misses. It's what we practice in bullpens every day.
All right. Question of the week. Last question. I know you guys have been on the road in a couple weeks, but this week's question is, what's your go-to snack or drink on the road, and kind of where'd that come from?
Coffee.
That's not the road. That's daily.
I love drinking coconut water on the bus, just staying hydrated.
I think anytime I can take a piece of food on the bus would probably be a slice of pizza from Bravo's.
Shout out to Bravos.
Free marketing.
All right. Well, thank you, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.